it's Lee from ColouringQueen.net, and today I've got a Japanese Disney colouring book. I've shown this before on a haul video or something like that earlier this year, but let's have a look at the inside. You can see it up against Secret Garden, so you can see the sizing of the book there. It's got a lovely glossy cover on it. Beautiful card cover, very reflecting, and this lovely like sepia printing on the top there. The dust jackets do tend to get a little bit ruined if you keep them around. Now this one, as you can sort of see from the cover, is based on putting patterns or tangles into your design. Does lay down beautifully. We've got some colour printing at the start. Alice in Wonderland introducing herself. And Mickey and Minnie, of course. Don't they look completely different with adding patterns to things? And we've got intermediate or advanced and elementary, which is beginner. So look at how you can change the picture just by adding these little bits of pattern to things. Now you can use a scan and translate app or Google Translate to translate Japanese if you don't speak that language. And here's our pattern lesson. I love how they've got the headings in English and then the rest is in Japanese, but anyway. So you can follow the pictures. You've got like a pinwheel here and you expand it out, then you add some solid colour, and then you can add some little patterns. So luckily the step-by-step is super easy to follow, and you've got these little spaces down below to work your way through each lesson. So got lots of leaves there, some pine cones, pumpkins, and now we have our actual pictures. So here they're telling us that we could take this picture and add the patterns to it. Personally, I really like this picture without the patterns. I love Mickey and Minnie, and I don't know that I'd put the patterns on it, to be honest, but because I love Mickey and Minnie just like that. But if you did want to add the patterns, then of course you could. So here we've got our paisleys and our little diamonds or stars and our little snowflakes over here, which actually I think it's really cool that they're showing how to draw these things, because even though they're just simple patterns, they're kind of beyond my stick figure drawing capabilities. And so it's nice to see how to put it all together. The paper is super thick on this book. It's off-white and it's a medium to heavy paper. It's like a cardstock. We've got our lovely Alice in Wonderland here. Now, I would definitely not put patterns on Alice's dress, because if you know me, you know how I feel about Alice, and I really feel she should just wear a blue dress and be done with it. But each to their own. And look at these feathers and clouds. So we've got lots and lots that we can do pattern-wise here. And this is how to make Mickey's hand with patterns, and also the silhouette of his head and Minnie's bow. I seen this gorgeous kids couch last night out shopping, and it was a Minnie Mouse kids couch with Minnie Mouse all over it, and Minnie, which of course reminded me of my little dog Minnie, who's no longer with us. But I was thinking of getting it for Millie to sit on, but I think I'd get confused and call her Minnie, so I left it there. But it's very cute, and looking at all these Minnie Mouse pictures today is certainly reminding me of that. Look how many patterns you can do. Balloons, keys, so many things. So it's a true lesson and colouring book, this one. So now we've got our Mexican themed pattern. And then even more patterns over here. More patterns. And this is what they look like finished. And then we get into the character art. I love how they've got the table of contents. I just wish I could read it. And this looks like a little comic strip. But it's actually the thumbnails, I believe. And now we have our full page art and lovely black crisp outlines on here. Super easy to read. A little bit of grayscale on her hair. And lots of things for you to add those patterns to. Personally, I think I'm going to leave Mickey and Mickey well enough alone. And, you know, I might be keen to add something to these larger elements. But it's nice that this book shows you how. Like, it might not be this book that I want to add the patterns to, but now that I've got more idea on how to draw those patterns, it might be something that I add to mandalas or something like that. So we've got Sleeping Beauty and Snow White. Cinderella. And again, the Mickey and Minnie ones, I just couldn't bear to put patterns on them. That's just me though, everyone's different. This one's in a darker grey ink. Now this Winnie the Pooh one is a bit plain. Might want to put something on that. And we've got our Day of the Dead skull there. I actually quite like that just the way it is, but yeah, maybe it could be spruced up. Toy Story. Yeah, so some of them I don't think I'd put the patterns on, but it's nice to know how to do the patterns for other books where there's a lot of large space and sometimes you just don't want to colour a huge space. And these are nice with the blotchy black backgrounds, sort of like an ink spot. Snow White. Alice. Yeah, some of the butterflies, etc. could do with a bit of pattern. And this is again a dark grey line, but she's got a black line over here. And now we're at the end. So a gorgeous Japanese colouring book based on putting patterns onto your favourite Disney art. As per usual, the links are below the video or at the top and the bottom of the blog post if you're reading this on my blog. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and press the little bell notification to find out when more videos are uploaded. Until next time, happy colouring.